Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everyone for coming back to my channel and thank you for listening in the podcast. Just to let you know, my podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, excuse me, Google Podcasts, and also I think anywhere you can hear podcasts is available. Right now, I must say, if you are on my YouTube channel, you can notice that a lot of my previous podcasts have been uploading, so some of the days might be a little different. I just needed to say that. But anyways, thank you so much everybody for coming here. I'm here to give you a quick update regarding the case against Michelle Troconis. So as we know, right now the jury is deliberating, and they just began today, February 27 at 4:15 p.m. The jury went into deliberations. Hearing the closing arguments today was, I never follow a case like this. And as you guys know, I've been following this case since I heard that in May of 2019, a man from New Canaan was missing. And I've been following ever since. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot. And I think it goes to show you, you can learn so much from this case. It goes to show you that, first of all, envy, and when somebody's jealous of you, the ultimate goal will be to destroy you. They don't just want everything that you have, they just don't want you to be alive. I don't want to get too much into, what I'm thinking or what was in Michelle Troconis' mind, obviously, because we don't know, but we see the result of all of that. And but I can say a jealous spirit is a very dangerous spirit. They will just, it will not give up. Because when somebody's jealous of you, even if you get something that they already have probably 10 times more, they'll still get mad at you because you have it. So the only way to, for them, if they don't have the Lord in them, the only way for them to get away from that feeling is to basically destroy you. So it's so crazy. I said many things on my previous videos about Michelle Troconis and how the family of hers was reacting, as though sometimes you feel like, this is not a competition who gets more followers. This is a case about somebody who got murdered in her home. And five children right now don't have any parents, and they're being raised by their grandmother who's 88 years old. How much she needed was Jennifer Dulos to take care of her mom, to take care of her five children. So it's just crazy. But here we are. It's been many long years. I remember in 2020, I was like, man, these people are not gonna get arrested. Like in January, I think it was late 2019. I was like, they finally arrested Fotis Dulos. Like, are you serious? And then, we know what happened with him. And mira, let me just tell you something. Michelle Troconis, I'm sure she regrets so many things that she could have done, but that's just me thinking that she regrets. Her behavior at the court, day after day, says another thing. For her to tell her friend to go ahead and make an art exhibition, even though she is on trial for murder, like, it makes you wonder, like, what are these people thinking? For her to not tell her family, hey, the cameras, you don't have to speak to the cameras every day. This is not a who is better than who. And for her lawyer today during the closing arguments, for him to say that Michelle Troconis and Fotis Dulos have more things in common than Jennifer Dulos had with Fotis, that was just shocking to me. Another shocking thing for me, because why would you even go there? Why would you even say that? Jennifer Dulos had five kids with Fotis. Everything was going great. And then they went to Miami and he met Michelle Troconis. And look at where we are now. Why would a lawyer say something like that? So it's just crazy. I do feel though, I did a poll on my Twitter account, and we're thinking that for everybody that voted, we're thinking that it's going to be a quick verdict, and either by the end of the week, even by tomorrow, Thursday, Wednesday, who knows, right? But I just feel because it was such a long trial and everything was so detailed, I think the jury, as of right now, has a very clear understanding of what happened here. I also believe that the state of Connecticut, the lawyers that work on this case, they did an excellent job presenting the evidence. And the closing arguments by the both lawyers, McGuinness and Manning, I think they did an excellent job. Okay. I think what happened here is that they didn't think they were gonna get caught. They they miscalculated that in that area of Albany Avenue was gonna have cameras. They miscalculated that the neighbors had a front door camera that was capturing a chimney going off 3 times during a hot summer day. Like, who does that? You came from cleaning a house. Somebody said this to me on my Twitter account. Who does that? You go on a hot summer day, the weekend, the Friday before Memorial Day here in Connecticut, and you are gonna go help your boyfriend clean a house for a showing the next day, and you cannot wait to get home to set up the chimney 3 separate times. Who does that? What are you doing? It's late May in Connecticut, and you just came from cleaning a house. So there's so much evidence against her, and to be honest, like I was like, I don't want to go full force on about Michelle Troconis, because God forbid I'm like, going after somebody who's innocent. And I had prayed about it. And then God will reveal to me another thing, right? And he said, wait, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense that her friend dismissed her and paid her that day at her shop and said, okay, have a good trip. And then when she's at the airport, she's on with Michelle on the phone. And it's like, what? You said you rushed the meeting. And now you're like calling her again, and she's on Albany Avenue with Fotis is dumping everything, and suddenly she doesn't know. And then also, you were mad at Fotis 2 days before because he had the visitation at Jennifer's home. And now this man, the same man who you said you got mad at him, is going around a different area that you never been to before, dumping trash bags, dumping an envelope down a drain right there in front of you, and you don't question anything. You go to him to the car wash to clean a very old car, and you don't question anything, even though you were just mad at him. How can she not know what was up? And like once again, I repeat myself, what did it for me was the Starbucks surveillance videos. And also the way the clothing, I don't want to get into details about this, but the way the clothing of Jennifer Dulos was found, cut down through the center. You telling me that Fotis Dulos, who had probably never killed anybody before, drove the bicycle from Waveney Park to Jennifer's home? I know he did, wearing a backpack, right? Gets to attack her and do all of that, wrap her up, okay, clean up so well that they only found little spots of blood, and using all the paper towels, like 7 rolls of paper towels. He did all of that and was able to pop, 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 like 1, 2, 3, get it done. And then after all of that, he's gonna manage the body once again and cut the clothing right through the center, and then show up at a Starbucks and act like what? Obviously, he had help. there were more people involved in this. And then that phone call from his friend from Greece. He left his phone, he left the phone in his home that day so that Michelle Troconis can answer the phone call. Because when the police will question, wait, let's check your phone records. You had a phone call. He was like, yeah, I was home, but it would have been Michelle on the line, right? And she was going to lie for him. And I think Kim and Winnie being there, he said, like, are you not going to answer? And then, it was over. She had to hang up because obviously the plan was, it was done. She was at the house, or Kim was at the house. Who knows? All I know is like the lawyer said, there's too much coincidence here for her to not be guilty. It's too much coincidence. It is crazy to believe that Miss Michelle Troconis that got Fortitude Dulos a new lawyer so that he can be helped during the divorce proceeding, suddenly doesn't care that he left the phone at home, that he was driving Powell's red truck, that he decided to drive a different area of Albany Avenue to throw out the trash bags, that she saw him throw out a carpet. Like, that's not construction, like a rug from a car. And you don't question anything like that, even though 2 days ago you were mad at him. It is crazy to believe that she had no idea. The body language at the Starbucks, she was holding her arms were like this. She even paid and put her arms against once again across her body. It's almost like she knew what he did, and it's almost like she didn't even know, like she knew she was in too deep. So here we are now. We're just gonna wait for the jury, but I'm saying, like, it's crazy for me to think that it's crazy that this whole case, that this lawyer was allowed to speak like that about the victim here, which is Jennifer Dulos. And this lawyer, Michelle Troconis' lawyer, so disrespectfully, keep on saying, trying to like say something like, oh, she probably parked the car at Waveney Park and went to the train station. Once again, he's at it with the gun ma'am theory that Jennifer Dulos decided to just up and go. Once again, putting that in there, once again, even though it was already determined that she got attacked, that Jennifer Dulos was murdered in her home. Once again, this lawyer, again, disrespectfully, um, putting ideas about the cell phone connecting to the Bluetooth of Jennifer's car in the afternoon of May 24. Once again, it's almost like running out of things to say. I don't even know, like it makes you wonder where these people come from. Who talks like that? So now it's in the hands of the jury. I must say though, I was very surprised to see so many directions that the jury got. Um, but we'll see. I think, like I said earlier, it's gonna be a very quick verdict. Let me know what you guys think. And you know, it's just they showed a photo today, a new photo of Jennifer Dulos with her kids, and man, this is the woman that we all been talking about. This is the woman who we've been reposting. She was missing, that poster of her in her car, and here we are. I remember, I mean, I never thought, like, from New Canaan, a mom going missing. I'm like, I never thought that she was gonna be like never found. Like, I never thought that. And if Michelle Troconis, perhaps she doesn't know that much, but she knew that something happened. Like, at least say that. At least say that. But like again, how I started, jealousy is a very dangerous spirit. And how ironic is it that the woman that came to destroy marriage feels like the person who comes and destroy marriage always will be in competition with the other wife, with the wife. Ironically, they always will see that because they believe in everything that the husband is saying. Oh, my wife doesn't do that. You're so much better, this and the other. But look at where she are right now. He cares so much for her. Look where he put her now. So here we are. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel and listening to the podcast. Let me know what you guys think about this. And of course, I will come here and tell you once we have a birthday. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.